The country of Sudan has been in turmoil for a very long time. There's been a genocide going on in that country, and people have been coming online calling it out for years, and it's been going on deaf ears for the most part. People have been really ignoring what's been going on in Sudan and that region, period, right? We know that there was a genocide going on. There was a fight going on where the UAE was backing a certain group, the RSF, the Rapid Support Forces, and it's alleging that. And I'm not a political channel, but I have to talk about this for a reason, right? There was these guys are mainly like Arab based, and they're going after like the black Sudanese, the ones that live in the southern part, the Muslims, the Christians, and the different groups. And these people, they're alleging that these people are committing genocide, right? And people are talking about it. It's starting to gain traction to the point where it's starting to bring attention to what's going on. Now, I'm an FBA, right? But just because I'm FBA don't mean that I don't care about other groups. I'm just pushing for our people to be noticed and recognized, right? But at the same time, me being FBA, I still love black people globally. I still love black people globally, right? And you have people that's talking like this.
That have come out of Sudan in the last 48 hours have been some of the most horrifyingly inhumane videos I have ever seen. They're forcing people to dig their own graves and mowing them down, women and children. They're going into hospitals, shooting people on their deathbed, and stealing the supplies. So much blood has been shed in El Fasher in the last 48 hours that you can see that the soil is stained from drone footage. And the world continues to remain silent. The worst part about these videos is that they are not being filmed by the victims. They are being filmed and posted online by the perpetrators of these atrocities.
Yo, insane. What the heck is going on in Sudan? I read that 14 million people have been forced out of their homes. That's like a third of the country. But how come nobody's talking about it? Bro, because the world turns a blind eye until it's too late. Sudan is facing the worst humanitarian crisis on the planet right now. Nearly 20 million people are facing extreme hunger, and thousands are dying from starvation, disease, and violence every single day. SubhanAllah, I had no idea it was that severe. And it gets worse. Over 30 million people are in dire need of humanitarian assistance, and over 16 million of them are children. And yet, no one's talking about it. No headlines, no global outrage, just suffering in silence. Man, but what can we do? It's not like we can stop a war. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "The most beloved people to Allah are those who bring the most benefit to people." Right now, our brothers and sisters need us. Every donation counts, every share brings awareness, and every dua brings them relief. If we won't help them, then who will? Donate using the link in our bio.
Now, Myron Gaines, whose family is from the Sudan, he went online and he spoke about this. And he said the Rapid Support Forces, the RSF, and scumbag Mohammed Hamdan Diaglo, whatever his name is a war criminal. There is a genocide going on in Sudan, and it's unacceptable for the world to stand idle, right? Now, we know that his family came here in the 70s. His family escaped the regime that was under there at the time, that was under al-Bashir. And for a while, he would call out Muslims. And now, mind you, he claims to be a Muslim. He claims to be Arab. But he calls out Muslims a lot, right? But he does it for a reason. I'm going to tell you why he does it for a reason. Because this video by no means is trying to be friendly to Myron, right? Because Myron always has his ulterior motives, but he's called out things by saying this.
What if a bunch of Christians went to Saudi Arabia and said, you know what, bro, we're going to start, we're going to build up some churches here. We're going to yell praise Jesus every single day. We're going to pray every single day. How long do you think that will last? See, that's the problem. You guys, right, expect everybody to tolerate your when you never tolerate their
Welcome, punch!
And this is why so many people are annoyed by Muslims, because you guys will sit there and say, well, we don't tolerate that. It's haram. No. Cool. Fine. No problem. You don't want Christians in Muslim land? Fine. But don't, when you're in a Christian majority country, and say, yo, get these out of here.
Now, that was in response to what's going on in Dearborn, Michigan. And he's getting on the Muslims, but he's only getting on the Muslims because he's seeking W acceptance. Right, in America. He see what's going on in his country. He fled, him and his family, they fled there. He ain't never trying to go back there, ever, right? So he will do anything that he can do to talk bad about Muslims, to talk bad about black Americans, as long as he can cater up and butter up to those W folks. We've all heard the things that he said. So he's calling them out, and he's also calling out the Sharia law and how those things and I don't disagree with that, but I don't agree with him because I know that he's a piece of crap. And he's not doing it out of the kindness of his heart, right? But you know, he wasn't finished. He also was saying this.
Look, this is coming from a guy that's Arab. I grew up in a Muslim household. Guys, I will be the first one to tell you guys, Sharia law is not compatible with democracy. It's not. It simply isn't. Okay? Like, does Islam have a lot of things right? Yes, but does it have some other things wrong when it comes to democracy and having a multicultural capitalist nation? It has a lot of things wrong with that. It's not conducive to a capitalistic society that is, prone on giving people liberty. It is what it is. I can say this as a Muslim because I have the ability to divorce my feelings and my personal experiences from fact. Sharia law is not compatible. We can't have a majority Muslim nation, United States. It will never work. Our freedom of speech will be gone. Our Second Amendment will be gone. There'll be violence in the streets. We'll have issue with women all mating with the same top guys. This is why there's so much destabilization in Middle East countries, because the top guys have all the women, because polygamy is accepted. Like, it just doesn't work on a societal level when you want to have liberty. You want to, and then the other thing too, let's be honest, a lot of these Arab countries, why do they got to have monarchies? Because they don't know how to behave. They got to be dictators to get their people online. Let's be 1,000. Right? This is what we think. I'm the one that's got to say it because I guess I'm able to blend in and say the uncomfortable things that everyone's thinking. It doesn't work. This is why these motherfuckers always got to be dictators. Don't listen in the Middle East, man. I can tell you, I'm an Arab myself. So look, it is what it is. Sharia law, Islam, it's not compatible with a democracy. It is what it is, man. That's why you can't have a Muslim majority country in the United States or a Western country. And you're looking at the UK. The UK is what the United States is going to be, man. We can't bring these Moroccans, Indians, Pakistanis, all these guys that come in here and try to impose Sharia law in America. And this is coming from a guy that's Muslim. I hate saying it, but it's the truth, man. I'm able to tell the truth even if it doesn't benefit me.
And see, he spent so much time talking bad about black Americans, right? He should be talking about his own people. And what they do in those countries, we can't hold a candle to them. What they do to their own people, they're doing this to their own people across. He knows this, right? But yet he comes here and all he wants to do is make a bunch of money talking bad about black Americans, right? Calling us primates, calling us all kinds of stuff. But now you have a conflict going on and you want to call out the Muslims and call out all the treachery that they do to their women, that they do to their people, while your family had to flee in the first place, right? You want to, now all of a sudden you want to speak to that. So now you can never go back over there. He also talked about the Sharia law and how you wouldn't be able to get any women because they take all the women. Like he's just talking about the wickedness of his own people. He's so why do you spend so much time talking about us when you're saying that your people are 100 times more wicked than we ever could be? Because they control nations. And look at what they do to their own people. But he wasn't finished. Look at what he's saying with the war, with these regimes that's going on.
Forces. And the rapid support forces are run by this guy right here, Hemeti, aka Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, commonly known by the nickname Hemeti, which is like my protector in Arabic. He's a Sudanese paramilitary officer and a warlord who serves as the current head of the paramilitary rapid support forces, RSF. Now, he is fighting with this guy right here, Abdel Fattah al-Burhan. And this guy is the head of the Sudanese army, like the actual Sudanese army government. Okay, and they've been fighting now for several years, and this happened after the fall of this guy, Umar Bashir. Okay, so Umar Bashir was the president of Sudan for a very long time, since I was alive, since I was like a kid, right? I actually went to Sudan in 1995. He was the president back then in 1995, and Khartoum. And that was the last time I was ever in Sudan. Yeah, bro, it made me appreciate the United States so much more. I think every single one of you guys that doesn't appreciate the United States, you guys always ask, Myron, why do you love America so much, etc.? It's because I went to a poor-ass country and saw what the... I was born in the United States, raised in the United States, English is my first language, but my parents took me to Sudan. That built me, guys. Built me. We should be glad for what we have here in the United States. But yes, this guy right here, Umar Bashir, was the president of Sudan for a very long time. And this is back when there was no South Sudan chat. Sudan used to be the biggest country in Africa. Now, for those of you that are wondering, I know my map. I got y'all niggas. Here it is. Sudan on a map right here, okay? Directly under Egypt. The easiest way to find it, guys, is find Egypt, then you'll find Sudan. Now, Sudan used to be one country. This all used to be one nation. Biggest country in Africa. Then it split, right, in the early 2010s from many years of civil war. Now, in North Sudan, you have the Arab Muslim Sudanese who look like me. Some of them look like me. Some of them look like my brother, that nigga black as hell. Some of them look like my sister, who's super light-skinned. Like, Sudanese vary in the way that they look. They're very, some of them look black, some of them don't. Some of them look Indian, some of them don't. You know, So we vary a lot in the way that we can look. But South Sudan, them niggas are all as black as fresh. Let's just keep it 1,000. They're all pretty much fresh, okay? Imagine a bunch of skinny freshes. That is South Sudan. We call them Janubis in Arabic, which is like blacks, right? Super black. Now, a lot of them are Christian. Some of them are Muslim, but a lot of them are Christian. So this is basically what you guys need to understand. Omar Bashir used to be the president. He got indicted for war crimes and went to jail. Then a power struggle erupted between his two guys. You have the Sudanese Armed Forces, then you got the Rapid Support Services, which is like a militia group.
So after Myron goes on this tirade about what's going on in his country, because he's so disrespectful, people went to social media, and for me, I'm not on Twitter where I would even comment to somebody like a Myron. But people online say, I don't care, Myron. You shouldn't either, right? And this right here gets Myron mad, right? But Myron is so disrespectful to other people and other people's culture. He's very, very immature. Very immature. So he responds, like, look at his response. Dude, no one really gives a blank what you think. Innocent kids are dying. Get off my comment section, right? Right? So now he's upset, and he wants people to be sympathetic, right? But he's not getting sympathy from the people because of the disrespect that he throws around, right? So now this guy said nobody cares about Sudan, but I do because I'm Sudanese. So I'm going to use my American platform to promote it. So like Ben Shapiro does with his constant real posting, then trying to influence America to care about blank that isn't our business because of divided loyalties, right? So now they're calling him out. They're calling him out for his own hypocrisy. So then he responds, "You a retard. I've called the Gulf state blank 100 times. It's clear you're stupid. It's clear you're stupid blank. Think I'm only on X. I stream. X isn't real, right? Well, he's over there all the time, right? There's some people really been getting at him. So go help them instead of being on the internet talking about it. The blank you're doing nothing." So then he goes, "You're a blank Haitian and you voodoo blank and curse blank," right? So he just cussing out everybody now, right? Because everybody's calling him out on his hypocrisy. Maybe move back home. You rather race grift in America though. Man, they is destroying him, right? Austin Holloman said, "I didn't know you cared about people that look like this." They've been getting at this dude, man. And see, he's getting everything back now that he's been putting out on people, right? Because like I said, he came on there with Fresh and Fit, and he's always in Black Americans' business. And I'm gonna tell you something. What he did was he understood where he came from and knew that he can't go back home. So he studied W folks, and he studied who W folks don't like in his country. And he said, okay, I'll be your mascot. I'll go after those Black Americans for you because I'm brown like them. Even though I look more Arab, I'm brown like them. I can say the N-word. I can do all these things, and I'll go after them for you just as long as you give me acceptance. As long as you, and we've seen him go into these W spaces, and they called them the sand N-word, told him to get the stepping, get going. But he will do anything, and it's a bunch of these immigrants that come over here, that come from these places. They will do anything to be accepted by W folks so they can stay here in this country. Anything. And they will disrespect us to the 10th degree. They will hate us, right? So now it's unfortunate and sad because I can separate Myron from what's going on for the people in Sudan. My heart mourns for the people in Sudan. Myron, listen, send Myron back there and put him on the front line, man, for all I care. For all I care. Like I said, I'm a human being. I got a heart, right? I was raised by Big Mama, right? I love my people, FBA, more, but that don't mean that I don't love or care for other groups, right? So, but Myron is an idiot. And he's getting exposed now because the same people he criticizing for what's going on over there in that protected country, he want people down to care about what's going on in his homeland. While he come onto other people's homeland and he constantly disrespect them. But y'all gotta let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.